Please, can you mute your mic?
Respect Zidane. Respect Zidane. Where you at?
So can you mute your mic, please? Can you mute your mic, please? Can you mute your mic, please? Thank you. So basically, we're gonna start first with the Madrid derby. So guys, let me just give my thumbnail first. Sorry, my timestamp first, man. Let me start by saying this. Diego Simeone makes me sick. He makes me sick. Let's start there. Secondly, I don't hear any more Zidane slander. I don't hear anything about, Cristiano gave Zidane. I don't hear anything about Zidane slander. This guy is balling without Eden Hazard. They are prime targets that they got from transfers. So say all you want about Hazard. Call him trash, overweight. But the main targets they got, he's not playing and the same was up without him. Real Madrid dominated Atletico for 90 minutes. For 90 minutes, Real Madrid got that ass. How is a dude called Lucas Vazquez saying what's up? How is Lucas Vazquez relevant against a game like Atletico Madrid? So, that whole thing about Atletico being... You see, it's so bad that if Atletico end up winning the league, I'll feel away. I'll feel away because this was such a disgraceful, abject, disgusting, filthy performance. Lost culture, should feel ashamed. Culture, you should feel ashamed about the trash I just saw. Because here's the thing. Joao Felix, when he came off, he was pissed off. He was kicking the shit and everything. Joao Felix gets the heck out of this team. Get out of this freaking team. These, to quote your boy Gatlock, the receipts merchants, they are the attacking virgins. As Gatlock said, these guys are a bunch of attacking virgins. So, on one hand, I've just got to give the dub to Real Madrid, and as I view this now, because I still don't believe Real will win the league. Something just tells me, no, this team is missing something. So I'll say this. If Zidane manages to win a league with these dudes, can we please stop the stupid, false narrative that Zidane is a trash manager? Can we please admit that he's one of the greatest figures that football has ever seen? We know what he did as a player. He's awesome. And now we're doing as a manager. Can we please just stop the narrative that this guy doesn't know what he's doing? Can we just accept that he's one of the rarities who was a legend as a player and quality as a freaking manager? Let's just stop there. But Joao Felix, this team will not make you be that best. Joao Felix, skill-wise, you're probably one of those dudes. You're probably the best dude youth-wise. I don't care about those international flops called Messi and Cristiano. I'm here about the future. I'm here about the future of football. And Joao Felix, you could be the future of football. You will not realize your talents if you're in a team who are frightened and terrified to attack, who all they do is defend and pragmatic. Simeone, do you have any other tricks up your sleeve? Do you have a plan B? Do you have a plan C? How do you keep doing the same freaking thing you've been doing for a decade? Even Pep tweaks. Every match they tweak. You've not tweaked since you landed in this freaking team. Okay? So all because you fluked your way to a 2014 La Liga victory, why should you be given any concessions? Why? But it pisses me off because I'm about ballers. I'm about guys who have silk. I'm about guys who have silk. And Joao Felix has that. He's got that silk. He's got that touch. This guy can easily be tier 1. But he's not going to sniff tier 1. This guy's ceiling is a chief. His ceiling is a chief. He can be a chief for God. That's his ceiling. But he'll never get there if his skills, his dynamism is being repressed. Because I just said to myself, imagine this guy in an attacking team where the shackles are released and where he can now express himself. So, as I said, for Real Madrid quality, and before I give it to you guys, Dani Carvajal. I mean,
who's Alexander-Arnold?
Just for this game. I mean, not but just for this game. Just for this game, I think I have to call him Daniel Olusegun Carvajal. Just for that G, I'm going to call you Daniel Olusegun. That was a streak. Not a strike, that was a streak. That was a streak by a boy Carvajal, man, who is saying, what's up? And Real, these guys are looking good. So let me come first to Mr. AGM, man. So, AGM, man, talk to me about that Real Madrid victory. And
Where do I start here? I thought
Are
we were
Atletico just a bunch of freaking losers? I mean, what do you see about these guys?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah.
I thought we were gonna sing the Europa League song according to bums like Red Devil Studio and some of the other hangout.
He'll explain himself very soon.
I don't know where the Europa League, we're talking about leagues. Like, let's focus on the league.
Red Devil, mute your mic.
Let's focus on that.
Mute your mic.
You're lucky I wasn't there this week. I thought we were finished. I thought these losers were saying we were finished, and look what Zidane did. This guy works with scraps. Who's Lucas Vazquez? Tell me. He's making Lucas Vazquez look tier 1. This guy's balling right now. And Carvajal, I've been telling you this for years now. Carvajal's better than all these bumps. Trent, who's Trent? What's a Trent?
Easy.
Relax.
What's a Trent? He can defend. He can run up the field, man. This guy's a workhorse. And then Modric is just turning back the clock. Oh, man, HH, I'm excited, man. We get Zard back next week. The Zard come back. That's all we need. The only thing I don't like about this, I'm worried, man. I'm worried, HH, about the prodigy.
Let me ask you this then. Do you think Zidane can do it without Hazard? Let's say Hazard is like...
He already has. He already has. Last year, he did it with Hazard. Imagine if Hazard stays healthy and what Zidane can do with him. But the only thing I'm worried about the prodigy, Benitez, I don't know, man. I'm worried about that dude. That's the only guy in the team.
You have him as a Ballon d'Or winner on your freaking...
Relax. He's my GOAT, bro. Relax. He's my prodigy. Yeah, but man, I'm worried about this guy. But other than that, we're looking amazing. We get more reinforcements coming back from injury. We get Odegaard back. We get Hazard back.
Yeah, Valverde came back as well.
Yeah, Valverde's coming back, and thank God Ramos is there. But yeah, man, we're looking pretty solid, and I don't want to hear any more slander that we're nothing club now, or that we're gonna be able to slow down. We're gonna demise like Barcelona. We're not these bums like Manchester United or Barca. We're Real Madrid.
Red Devil, mute your mic. Red Devil, mute your mic. Sorry, Karen. Red Devil, mute your mic. Thank you. AGM, go for it.
Yeah, man, that's all I have to say.
So do you think this? Because remember, we talked about Atletico. No, they're in the lead. They already have a huge lead. Do you think this loss and how comprehensive the win was? Do you think this is already a major turning point in the La Liga titles? And like Atletico, psychologically, this could mess them up in how much they believe they could win the league. Do you think the win is that big?
They did this last year. Weren't they leading the league by like 10 points or something crazy, and then they just fell off after December. So I'm used to seeing these guys do this. Like it's nothing new to me. I think the leagues is actually going to be very more competitive this year, but I think we have a good shot at it. If the only thing I'm worried about, man, we do have an aging squad. I mean, Modric and Cruz, I'm not sure if they can maintain this pace. That's why we need Odegaard to show up. He needs to come in and ball, and so does Valverde. I trust Valverde. It's just Odegaard needs to come in and fill in Modric's shoes and ball every now and then.
What's it called? Let's roll with Natsuman.
HH, I can't let you say that about Joao Felix being a chief ogre when you used to say this. Shout out to my boy at Gatlock.
About this is, so that's just my initial thing. It's like crazy money,
what the hell?
So much. He ain't gonna be Mbappe. He ain't gonna be Messi. He ain't gonna be Cristiano. He ain't gonna be the Uso. I know these guys. Boom. He ain't gonna be Leroy Sané.
HH, you can't say he's going to be.
That wasn't me, man. You can't prove that.
You can't say he's going to be chief ogre and then
you can't
say that back then.
Okay? Please carry on. Please carry on.
All I'm going to say is Real Madrid own Atletico Madrid. Okay, they're their little brothers. They stamp on them when they want. They abuse them when they want. Okay, so I don't know. I think Madrid remind me of the Spurs of La Liga. Like they go on a run, they can do something in there and there, but they're never about that life. They're not about that life. And let's talk about Casemiro. Like nobody talks about how clutch Casemiro is. This guy is clutch.
He's money,
man.
That was a damn good header.
Yeah, good cross from Cruz. Good cross from Cruz, and a centre midfielder should not be able to head the ball like that. A centre midfielder should not be able to head the ball like that. So yeah, I should be given a lot of credit. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't watch the game that much because I was switching between Chelsea bricking it against Everton and
Same.
and Real
Yeah, guys,
Madrid.
relax,
But
chill.
I all I saw that game was Real Madrid just making sure Atletico Madrid are still their little brothers, and which they are, will always be. That's all I got to say.
Let me come to your boy LB. Talk to me, man. My Madrid is Atletico.
Well, firstly, I think some more respect needs to be put on Diego Simeone's name. Yes, he's probably had his time. Yeah.
Nah.
No.
Okay.
Wait, what did he say?
Let me land.
Let me land. Look, what this guy was able to achieve with Atletico Madrid over the last 5-6 years, especially in the Champions League. Yes, he hasn't been able to go ahead and win those the two finals that he got Atletico Madrid into, but you can't dismiss that and can't forget about that. He's probably had his time and he should have moved on. I agree, but it's as though you're not taking into consideration his achievements with Atletico Madrid.
No. See, Albie, no. See, this is where we get into dangerous territory. I believe that because of his achievements on Atletico and what he's done, he's been afforded too much time and too many excuses. Whereas people be like, we respect what you've done. We respect you for the 2014 La Liga. We respect you for the 2014 Champions League final trip. We respect you for the 2016 final trip and also the Europa League as well. But you have to always do what is best for the club. A club can't be held hostage by what a manager achieved. No one person or figure is bigger than a club. And you must always look to say, is this man moving us forward? Forget what this man has done for us. Forget what he's brought for us. Are we moving forward under this guy? And for me, with Simeone, I don't think Atletico are moving forward. They always flat. And we see as if they're moving forward. They always trick us to believe that they're moving forward. But at the end of the day, they always fail to deceive. When we saw that Atletico Red Bull Leipzig thing, easy job. This is going to be a PSG Atletico CL final. Sorry, it's MCL semi. They messed up. So my thing is that, as you said, I'm not throwing shit against him, but how long have you been at the job and you're still playing the same way? And the annoying things about it is that you are holding a potential quality superstar player, Joao Felix. You're holding him back, which is the issue.
So do you think he's actually running the club, HH? He's holding them back?
So do I think Simeone is holding Atletico back?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. Because I think that with the players that they have, specifically Joao Felix, I think that this team needs to be taken into a new direction. And I think that with the quality of players that they have, I think they can play a more attacking brand of football. Still being defensive is good, but I think there are too many quality players here that aren't being allowed to fully express themselves. Carrasco is an attack-minded player. Joao Felix is an attack-minded player. Look at what Carrasco can do for Belgium. We know what Thomas Lemar is capable of doing. These guys are capable of really playing, but they're being held hostage in a very pragmatic, restrictive system.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you can't continue to play like you did back in 2014-16 and just, defend and think you're going to get teams on the counter. Godin's left, Gabi's left, so it's a completely new team. And, I do agree to that extent. But, again, you sort of got to respect his achievements, and I know you do, HH. But in terms of the game, I really think that it could be a turning point in La Liga this season in terms of Real Madrid pushing for the title once again. And like what the previous person was saying, with Real Madrid getting Hazard again in a couple of weeks' time, it's all looking good for them. So, yeah, I think it could be a turning point.
Stop this Hazard thing, man. He's a bomb.
Top three.
Pass on.
Watch your mouth.
Bottom five in the league. Bottom five in the league.
Relax.
Belly dancer.
Belly Preach.
Okay, look. Moving on. Look, man. Let me come to Jamal. Talk to me, man. Talk to me.
Yeah. Before I talk about this Atletico and Real Madrid game, it's just I have something to say before that. Big up the stream yesterday about the sickle cell. Yeah, man.
Thank you.
Yeah, because my brother also suffers from it. So yeah, I know how serious it is. So yeah, man, big up for the stream.
Thank you.
And the work you did yesterday. Yeah, man. And one more thing I say. Name me a black goalkeeper. Name me a black goalkeeper. Name me a black goalkeeper.
You're sick, man. You're sick. You're sick.
All
You're sick.
right, Real Madrid Atletico now. Yeah. So that's for with a guy named AGM. I don't even know. You know, anytime a right back do good, they always compare him to Trent. Trent is living rent free in everybody club head.
Because you guys
Every
rate this guy way
They
too high.
always compare them to Trent. I never hear Reece James. I never hear Wan Bissaka. It's always Trent. Think about it.
Reece James.
Rent free. Yeah. So Real Madrid, guys, I always said this. Let me repeat what I said. Atletico Madrid are Barcelona's side chicks and they are Real Madrid bitch. I said it and it will always be that.
They just beat Barca though.
Guys, think about this. HH never believes in the fairy tale. He never believes it. But first, Real Madrid and Barcelona are so bad this year, he thinks Atletico is going to win La Liga. They're not. Come on, they're not. AC Milan have a better chance of winning Serie A than Atletico. This is Real Madrid thing. Guys, put some respect on Casemiro. He has been consistent for 5 years and nobody ever says anything. Put some respect on Casemiro. And yeah, Real Madrid is going to win. They are going to win.
All right. So before I come to Mr. Osasuna, yes, he says, I'll give you one guarantee come next Saturday, a week from today. Manchester United, managed by Ole, will be ahead of Chelsea in the table. Yes, he said, can you deal with Europa?
Wait,
Worry
can I
about
just say
Europa
someone
first.
Simeone? Can I just say someone Simeone?
Oh yeah, go for it. Go for it.
Yeah, I just want to say, as you said, this guy never tweaks. Play 4-3-3. This guy will be playing flipping Scontorp and play 5 at the back.
Yes, he will.
I mean, come on, man. 4-3-3. But Felix, I agree with you. Felix, he have that. He passes the eye test. He get 85% of the eye test. He's quality. Carrasco, even Suarez, and the guy's playing 5 in the back.
Jamal, ask HH where his eye test one was when he was at Benfica.
No.
What was the eye
no,
test?
No, that wasn't. No. I said no. Look. Let's just call this on Joao Felix. When I first saw him, he was alright, and I didn't see what the big deal was. He's improved. The player that I'm seeing right now isn't the same player that I saw at Benfica. The player I saw at Benfica was a hype job. So homeboy has
and
improved.
he was lightweight.
No, wait,
He was very lightweight.
How can he improve in like one season, like that much?
It's gonna happen.
How?
It's gonna happen. Trust me.
It was already good.
How did your eye test improve? Hold on.
My eye test was always amazing. Look, let me come to this boy. Osasuna, talk to me.
Oh, there's so much to talk about this game. I'm going to get slightly tactical with this, but so please bear with me.
Go for it.
First of all, this game shows the importance of tempo and how controlling the tempo is controlling the game. When you see Pep and Manchester City, they control the ball. They have the ball, but they don't control the tempo of the game. They let Manchester United still break on them sometimes. When Madrid had the ball after 1-0, the game was over. The game was over in 15 minutes because the Madrid, they played very, very slowly from minute 15 on. Every time they went to the opponent's half, they wouldn't cross the ball in without any sort of actual open man. They would always pass it around Atletico's box. They would always try to find nice little spaces to play rondo. They were basically just playing a game of rondo for 90 minutes for 75 minutes. So this is why I think in the end, Simeone is a brick manager. But I'm going to actually go against some people in this one and say Simeone started the game with good tactics. Against Real Madrid, you have to sit back. Every team that's beaten Real Madrid, every team that's drawn against Real Madrid this season is a team that sits back and counters. You don't beat them by going at them.
No, boss. What did, even at the start of the game, did he really have a counter-attacking plan? Whenever someone has the ball, whether 2 or 3 guys who are making interesting runs with the guy with the ball, so they have someone to go to. Because Real Madrid will always.
In my opinion,
was there a proper actual plan of this is how we're now gonna hit them on the counter?
In my opinion, through Joao Felix and through Carrasco, for the first 15 minutes, he had a plan. He did not plan on going behind that early in the game because as soon as they go behind, Real Madrid dictates the tempo and they can't counterattack because every time Real Madrid has the ball, the first thing they make sure is that their shape is correct, so that Atletico cannot counter them. So actually, I just think that Zidane completely outclassed Simeone managerial-wise. In terms of his halftime substitutions, I think they were actually really good. Lemar actually had a good game after getting a yellow card in the first minute. Lodi sort of shaped up for Herrera's mistake in the back, and I don't remember the other guy. And Saul also did pretty well when he came on. But the one substitution I'm seriously confused about is the one of Joao Felix. What the hell are you thinking? There's a guy on the field who played 70 minutes and made 7 successful passes out of 20. 20 touches on the ball.
Supposedly it was the Western.
Ben Benzema, in comparison, in 70 minutes, had 32 passes, 42 attempted, and 32 successful. And so it's why do you not take off Suarez, bring on Correa? You have a more dangerous counterattack when you're starting to get finally back into the game a little bit.
No. Because my thing is that why do you take off Joao Felix and you bring on Saul? It's like that's almost a.
Saul made a good difference.
Saul was not bad.
No. It's not that. I would like a situation where Carrasco, Saul, Joao Felix are at the same time.
Exactly.
For me, it's like. Also, as well, when he brought off Cannibal Suarez for Kondogbia, I'm like, you are not, there is no bravery here. And my issue with Simeone is this. He doesn't have a plan B. He doesn't, it's like Mourinho. Mourinho, people say, oh, Mourinho, he packs the ball. Yeah, Mourinho's foundation is I defend. But if Mourinho attacks, he knows how to attack. Exactly. So he has an attack. Okay, we are now here to attack. I don't think Simeone has any concept of an attacking plan.
But that's why I say he's a brick manager. While he did get his tactics in the beginning correct for the match, I still think he's a brick manager because he doesn't know what attacking is. He's an attacking virgin. Anyway, that's Atletico Madrid. Real Madrid, these guys, Mendy, Vasquez, Carvajal, these three. Mendy is top 5 left backs in the world. I don't care what you say, he's top 5.
He is.
He is.
Top 3, bro. Top 3.
Top 3? I'm not sure about top 3 because there's Robertson, there's Alfonso
Davies.
And
excuse me? Don't say Robert.
Let him talk.
So anyway, Carvajal, you see how important this guy is for this team. Oh my God. He comes back in the team first time and he immediately just makes a complete difference in attack and in defense. When Carvajal came off in the 82nd minute or something, Atletico started actually managing to create chances by exploiting Vasquez on the left. But for 82 minutes, they played 100% control because they have smart players that can play around the press and they can play extremely well in tight spaces. And so Atletico couldn't touch them. And they just played around Atletico's box. Now, this leads to the title race. There is no chance Atletico are winning at this title. No chance. With the way the Simeone plays, no chance. They just needed a draw from this result to get something out of it. They lost 2-0 and they got completely outplayed for 90 minutes. And this also shows Simeone's record against Real Madrid. In the last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 games, Atletico have won once. And that was a 2-1 win in the Champions League when Real already won 3-0. 11 games, one win.
Okay, let me ask you this then. Do you feel, if let's say you were in charge of Atletico, because we saw what LB said, look at what he's done, has taken Atletico to new heights. We saw what he did in 2014, we did it in 2016 and so forth. If you were, let's say, the guy in charge of Atletico, do you say, and it's going to be a tough decision, do you sack him and hire a more offensive, imaginative coach? Or do you still stick by him based on what he's done for Atletico?
What I do is I bring Simeone into the office. I tell him, you don't have good tactics. You don't know what you're doing in terms of attacking. Figure your shit out, or I'm sacking you in 5 games.
No, they can't sack him though. They can't sack him.
They can't?
He's the most successful manager in the last 15 years.
What do you mean?
Yeah, but I'm saying if I was the owner.
But I'm just creating a specific scenario.
They won't be as successful, though. They won't be as successful.
I know he's been great.
But see, also the issue with that is that if you were to bring him in and they say that stuff, you can just look. I remember when Simeone was a player from back in the day, and the kind of guy that he is. I can already tell and assume that he's a very stubborn guy, and he's like, no, I am what I am, and I'm not gonna change. And see, the issue is that there's almost a culture of us against them, because you even saw like at the end of the game, I think it was Savage who was sort of trying to sort of get riled up, and like Simeone was sort of hugging him. So there's very much that whole thing like, no, we will live and die with freaking Simeone. And my issue with it is that,
That's dangerous.
my main issue is Joao Felix. I see a truly quality player here.
Yes.
Who I think has emerged, because again, this was not the same player I saw last season or last year. It wasn't. This is a totally different guy who, oh my gosh, the kinds of things that he's doing. And I just believe him. I may be wrong, but I believe Joao Felix is frustrated in this system. And I think that, especially in that game, when you saw how his pace of winning coming off, I think he feels that I am an attacking player, but when I have the ball, what are my options when I have the ball? How many guys are ahead of me? How many guys are to the wing? How many guys can I play a short ball with? Because what you want in an attacking player is, I have the ball, there are guys sprinting many places. Because yes, if you can be defensive, but you have to have a counter-attacking plan. And when you look at how some of the teams that Real play, specifically at home, how they counter, that's when Real have issues, because they're teams that come at Real Madrid, not the attack, but when they have the ball, they really counter-attack them aggressively. But Atletico don't do that. Hence why Real will always be a good matchup for Real Madrid, because Atletico always sits back. Real Madrid don't like teams who come at them and attack them.
Well, they don't
really
like teams
that
that sit back, and then when they counterattack, they come at them. Because if you actually go at Madrid, and they attack them with a high press, they will play around your press.
No. Basically, as I say, like a lot of these smaller teams that Real will lose to, or you say, how do they lose that? It's because, of course, they have to sit because they respect them. But when they break aggressively and confidently. Atletico don't do that. So, okay. Let me just hit this and I'll come to Mo. So, Tudari says, Zidane proved the doubters, including me, wrong. I thought he would be sacked by now. Guys, look, man, we have to give Zidane the dub, because a lot of people owe Zidane a massive apology, because a lot of people were trying to get this guy out of here. About a week ago, we thought that this guy would get sacked and we'll be playing, and we now know that stuff is different, man. Mo, talk to me, man. Madrid game.
You know, I wish I was more of a regular on the Hangouts from before, because then right now I would have been telling so many people I told you so. Specifically about Zidane, the amount of doubt, the amount of hate, it was unbelievable to me. Guys said like, he's only a manager. He doesn't have tactics. He knows how to deal with the psychological side of things, but he doesn't know how to deal with the tactics. And to me, that's the most BS argument in history. The guy came in last season and he turned a team that hadn't won anything the previous season, with the addition of Mendy, the addition of Hazard, who was injured the entire time, and the addition of Jovic, who was completely ineffective. He turned that team from a team that didn't win anything to statistically the best defensive team in Europe and the La Liga champion. And people still said, he doesn't have tactics, he's just a manager. People said, I even heard some people say that he's stubborn with his tactics. He still plays like he has Cristiano. When in reality, when he had Cristiano, they attacked. Now they defend more. They focus on defense because he knows what suits his personnel. And that's something that not every manager does. Simeone is the perfect example of that. He has great talent to attack, but he insists on defending. Zidane isn't like that. He's able to adapt depending on who he has available for him. If we come to this game specifically, Casemiro, like another beast. People keep doubting him, and he keeps performing consistently. Carvajal, wow. The only shame is that they counted that goal as an own goal for Oblak. They didn't give it to Carvajal for some reason.
I don't care. It's Carvajal. I don't care what the thing is. That's Carvajal's goal.
Yeah,
that's Carvajal's goal.
It's stupid that they gave it to Oblak. Anyways, Benzema didn't score or assist, but he was beautiful to watch, honestly. He was so nice to watch. Modric, like some guys said, rolling back the years. And the defense was amazing. Can you believe that Atletico's first shot on target the entire game was in the 80th minute? Like, how does that happen?
Mo, can I ask a question?
Go ahead.
Who do you support?
Sorry?
Who do you support?
I will never say. I'm a neutral.
Okay, I thought you were supporting Madrid by the way you're talking.
No, I don't. I just praise them because they're doing so well right now. What was I saying? Oh yeah, in terms of Suarez, I know guys were like, why did he take him off? But actually, this is the only thing that I give Simeone an excuse for, because This is Suarez's first game recovering from COVID, so his fitness wasn't 100%, so he kind of had to take him off. And then at that time, it was just kind of like damage limitation. Simeone felt that there's no hope. To me, I don't know why.
So does this end any more talk of Atletico winning the title, showing that they are still perennial losers?
No. I think they're so challenging. I don't think they're going to win it, but they might. I don't think they'll take them out because it's still their first defeat in La Liga. They'd only conceded 2 goals before this game in the entire season, so that is something. To me, tonight, I don't know why Saul didn't start, to be honest. I was surprised when I looked at the lineups and saw that Saul was on the bench. He should be starting. Otherwise, I don't know, like, to me, Real clearly deserved to win. And to me, Real Madrid's biggest problem is their fitness, because guys keep getting injured. If they have a fully fit squad for a consistent period, man, they are a dangerous team, even in the Champions League.
Okay.
So yeah, I think Real will end up winning La Liga, and I think this past week was a make or break week for Real Madrid this season. Like Sevilla, Gladbach, Atletico, 3 important games. Like worst case scenario, they could have been in the Europa League. Yeah, they could have been in the Europa League and out of contention in La Liga. Instead, they're right back in it in La Liga, and they topped their group in the Champions League. So really clutch.
Okay. Hassan, talk to me.
Yeah, man. I watched the highlights for this game because I was watching Chelsea beatdown. But
why was everyone watching? Oh, okay, just
I was gonna watch this game, HH, but I saw Chelsea 1-0 down. I was like, you know what?
Are we gonna talk about that?
Hater. Hassan, just talk, man. Just talk.
I mean, shout out Casemiro, good goal from Casemiro. Quality player. He's been quality for a couple of years now. What a G from Carvajal.
Yeah,
that was a crazy G. I don't care if it's his goal, it's not own goal. It's his goal.
Yeah, super strike, super strike.
I'm not surprised Madrid won, man. Zidane, I told you a couple of weeks ago, some Madrid fans saying sack him. I was saying this guy's top 5 manager. He's a horseman. You can't sack a horseman. Give him time.
So do you think that people still doubt Zidane, even up and all this? Do you think people still think, he's just lucky because he just allows the players to do whatever they want?
Listen, I stopped doubting him after his third CL. After his first CL, I was like, yeah, this guy's top 5. But people are still doubting him after he won La Liga as well. So I guess people won't realize it until he retires from management. I think that's what it'll be. That'll be his legacy. Until he's fully retired from management, they'll be like, yeah, this guy's a great manager. People are still doubting though. Until then, I mean, Simeone, Class B, his tactics Class B. I mean, Joao Felix, man, try get a move this summer. Has to leave. I don't know. He's gonna decline for me if he don't leave. Simeone's gonna put 10 at the back and put him up front by himself. Which
would you take him at Liverpool? Would you take him at Liverpool?
100%, but 100%, of course, 100%. He's a quality footballer, man. Under Klopp or Pep, he could be a quality player, man. Quality.
I mean, Joao Felix under a different coach could be a serious player.
Not Pep though, not Pep.
Yeah.
Pep will limit it, Joao Felix.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, like he's using that. Yeah. But
okay.
I was hearing my blonde hair friend Tony Cruz dropped a masterclass again. So shout out Tony Cruz. Well, man.
Yeah. Eric, talk to me.
Yeah, I didn't watch the game, but I just quickly saw the highlights, and I'm not surprised. Someone said that Atletico are Real Madrid's younger brothers. They seem to always lose to them whenever they're playing. I thought Atletico Madrid were supposed to be better this season, more attacking or playing better offensively. But maybe they're just the same team like they've always been. I'm not sure. People were saying that they are better now attacking and everything, but maybe not. Yeah, the table is looking very, very interesting.
So do you still think that Atletico are still in the driving seat, or do you think with this loss, psychologically, it's going to be all downhill for them?
They still have a chance to do something. They still have a chance, but I'm not too sure. Like, you don't really expect them to win anything. They're always like nearly men. I don't think they're going to win a Liga this season, but I think they should get top 4.
Okay. Red Devil Studio, talk to me, man. Madrid derby. Why is Simeone still using tactics from the 1800s, man? And does Zidane? And I think Zidane hates him, so.
Wait, say that again. You cut out a bit.
Yeah, I said I think you were one of Zidane's main haters. Actually, wait,
Whoa,
I can hear some
whoa.
stuff in the background.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Sorry. Can you still hear it?
Yeah, because no, actually, no. But if you could just mute it, I can still see it in the background. But go for it.
Okay, cool. Like first of all, I'm not a Zidane hater. I don't know where that came off. That I'm a Zidane hater. I'm not a Zidane hater at all. If anything, I'm more of a Simeone hater.
Oh yeah, Monta was going on you, bro. He was going in on you.
Why I was not like I'm not a Zidane hater, but like based on the evidence. Let me land for a second.
Respect the horseman.
Let's be real here. Let's be real for 1 second. Like Real Madrid Champions League wise, like up until obviously the last 2 games, they weren't that convincing, especially against Shakhtar Donetsk, etc. And the main reason for that was because of their injuries. I've always said that if Madrid have got like a fully fit squad, they're perfectly fine. My issue with Real Madrid is that they are obviously relying on likes of Casemiro and Sergio Ramos, and to a certain extent Modric and Benzema. So if 2 out of those 4 players are injured, there are problems. Just like when Ramos was injured outside and you had Varane. Varane performed like an absolute total brick. That doesn't now not become true now that Madrid are obviously winning games. So clearly Madrid back, fully fit squad, fully strong squad against Atletico Madrid and then obviously against Gladbach. I fully expected those 2 teams to win easily. I just didn't think that Ramos and Casemiro were actually going to be fit to actually play those games. I thought those injuries as well. That's why I thought that Madrid weren't going to win, not because I think Madrid is a team of trash or Zidane is trash, not at all. The issue has always been, it's just like, can these guys remain fit for the rest of the season, given how many games there are to play, and given what's obviously going on. So if they can keep their squad, i.e. the spine of that team, which in my opinion is Benzema, Modric, Ramos, and Casemiro, then they'll be absolutely fine.
So you don't think that they're so old then, or over the hill?
Well, I think the issue is just long term, and that like at some point you're going to have to replace those players. And right now, I don't really see any of those. Okay, maybe Valverde, but aside from that, I don't really see any players coming in that like are currently replacing those players. And I think Madrid are quite dependent on those players. But I've always been a big critic of Diego Simeone. I've said over and over again that like this guy performs in one way, very defensive, hasn't evolved, and has basically just been relying on what he's done in the past to go forward. Like, I don't rate this guy as a manager, and when it comes to often the big occasions, like he just, sit back, defend, hope, doesn't attack at all. And I never for 1 second thought that Atletico Madrid were going to win the Liga. Even though they're top of the Liga right now, never for a second thought Atletico Madrid were going to win the Liga because of Diego Simeone. And the likes of Joao Felix, a player who has immense talent, is currently been, and to be honest, when I even think about Thomas Lemar and so many other players, like I think there are a lot of players that Atletico Madrid have that have actually been stifled, that have been made worse. Carrasco is another example. Yeah, like the amount of players that they brought in that have been quality, they've been stifled because of the way Diego Simeone plays. And he doesn't get criticism for that, which I think he should get criticism for. The blame just comes on the players. So now, Atletico Madrid winning with like a full-strength Real Madrid side is not a surprise to me at all. And like I said, if Real Madrid can keep those players fit, then they can do quite. I still don't think they'll win the Champions League. I think the Liverpool and Bayern Munich have shown that like they have enough depth in squad that even if they've got key players injured, they can bring players in and still do a job. But as far as the Liga goes, with Barcelona being trash and the other players not being consistent, as I predicted at the start of thing, like Real Madrid will win the Liga easy if they can keep those core players.
Okay,
fit.
so before we just round this up and look at something, if you're in charge of Atletico, do you sack Simeone or do you keep the faith and maybe force him to try and change his tactics?
Well, I've said this before. They're not, but then from what I understand, I mean, maybe Los Cochineros will understand better. Like my understanding from the board is that they're quite content with regular Champions League 4th place. So that is the ambition of the board. It's not necessarily about trophies, even though it should be. But if the ambition of the Atletico board is that we're perfectly content, maybe semi-competing for the league, getting top 4, getting regular Champions League football, it's giving us regular income, then they've got no reason to sack Diego Simeone. And my impression is that that's the Atletico Madrid board are happy with that situation. So as a result, I don't think Diego Simeone is going to get sacked anytime soon.
Okay, so I'm just hit some of these chats and then we'll move on to our next thing. So Martin